Hello, lovely people. Hassan Sharik, regulated Canadian immigration consultant, back with another video and back with another update on Canadian immigration. So today's video is specifically for such potential international students who are outside of Canada and who were considering applying for a study permit or starting their studies in fall 2020 within Canada. Many of you, like these kind of students that I mentioned, who wanted to start their studies in fall 2020 and wanted to apply for their study permit, were stuck in the processing because of the fact that most of the Canadian visa application centers around the world have been closed for long. Only a few of them opened just probably a week ago. So students were not able to do their biometrics processing as well as do their medicals. And because an application is only considered complete once you submit your biometrics and medicals, most of the applicants were stuck in their processing as their visa processing was not complete. Today, 14th of July, we've had an update from IRCC and the Minister for Immigration himself, wherein they've provided some policy guidelines. They've come up with a new kind of an innovative system, which will greatly benefit students intending to start their studies in Canada in fall 2020. So what they've done is that they've come up with a two-stage process. It is going to be two-stage approval for your study permit applications. This is specifically for students who are looking at starting in fall 2020 and were supposedly applying for a visa for fall 2020. So the way it will work is that first stage approval is where you submit your application, online application. Keep in mind that all study permit applications until further notice are now only going to be processed online. So you submit your application online and you provide your documents in terms of your financials, your financial ability, as well as your acceptance. So if you've been accepted by any Canadian designated learning institution, you provide your admission, your offer, your acceptance letter, and you also submit your financials that you have enough funds to cover the cost for at least 1 year, or if it is SDS, maybe the payment of fees for 1 year and your GICs. Based on this, if you apply by 15th of September and you're intending to start in fall 2020, financials and the acceptance letters, these are there, application is complete. These applications will be processed at a priority, and you can have your approval in principle, the first stage approval, wherein in terms of your academics and in terms of your financials, you will be approved that, okay, your study permit first stage approval is done and you can start your online study while staying in your own home country. And once you have this first stage approval and you start your online study, this will be considered as eligible time within your postgraduate work permit. So a great policy that they've come up with. Once you're able to provide your biometrics and have your medicals done, that will be submitted. If there's a requirement for police certificates, that will be provided, and that will be the second stage approval, where they have to have a look at the admissibility and the visa related eligibility requirements. So it will be two-staged process, and now a lot of students who were considering deferring their offer to the winter intake or withdrawing, they can actually take benefit of this new two-stage process. Stage one will only review your financials and your acceptance letter, and then other stuff will be done later on once the visa center is open. So that's an update for the policy that we had today. This particular policy is only for fall 2020 applicants, and the deadline is that you must have your application, the online study visa application, by 15th of September. And this will also give you surety in terms of the postgraduate work permit, where time will not be deducted out of your online study. So yeah, that's the update that I wanted to share quickly with all students out there who are interested in starting their studies at a Canadian institution in fall 2020, and who have been thinking about applying for a study permit or are sort of in the process of doing it. You can now submit your application online. I would say that now that we're in the middle of July, people must not really wait and must proceed with submitting the application online and having their financials done. Get the approval, the first stage approval done, so that that time is counted for your postgraduate work permit. And once the biometric center is open, you can have your second stage approval done as well. That's all from my side for today. I'll be back with some other video on Canadian immigration. If you have any comments and queries, feel free to post that in the comment section. Share it with your other friends who might be looking at applying for a Canadian study permit at this stage. Till the next time that we meet, take care and Allah Hafiz.